Okay. Welcome to the Cold Hard Facts Podcast. I am DNA, the only one, the one, the only. Of course, I have Silk, but only one out of the other three of my co-hosts.
Yeah, Coda is playing top flight security today,
Yeah,
and Martin is doing hood Uber. So,
pretty much. Yeah.
that's why they not here.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video, man. I'm seeing some love shown towards us, and we appreciate that over here. You know what I'm saying? Merch is coming soon, hopefully. I promise y'all to do it. Promise y'all some merch before the year is over. We're working diligently on that. I am especially working on that diligently. You feel me?
Yeah, we I don't know about the other two niggas, but we as in me and him. I'm trying to get outside to a couple of these events, trying to.
Yeah, for sure. Ain't no I know for sure that it was an event. It was a couple weeks ago that I could have went to, but probably couldn't because of literally my mom and my nephew birthday was in the same week, dog, and I can't really. That's some stuff that you can't control. Like it's literally about family. Then it's no way to get out of that. There's no way. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Seriously, a lot of stuff has happened. We tried to cover most of it, at least, on our last two episodes, but it seemed like the music just kept coming. It seems like in excess. I still have not listened to Give Me On. I'm gonna tell you that. I only listened to the first song.
Wait, what you didn't listen to?
Give Me On, Beloved.
Oh,
I still haven't listened to that.
I still have not. I have not.
See,
it's just sitting there staring. The album is just sitting and staring at me like I get to it.
Yeah, for real. It's one of those that I feel like I'm gonna get to, but just don't know when. Because I was
just telling my cousin that yesterday. Like, man, I've expressed this on this podcast 1,000 times, and I'll say it again. Like, it's just way too much music for my personal attention span to just go and gravitate towards all of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I won't get to something immediate. Like, if it's something if it's an artist I like that drops on the same day as the artist that I love, I'm gonna go to the artist I love first before I go to the artist I like. Like, you know, it never fails. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then
there was a lot of music that dropped that week. We had Larry, we had Clips, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot.
Yeah. I can also attest to that. Like, it really be like I wanted to make sure I get to all the important albums at least. The stuff I knew we was gonna talk about, as far as of course, Alchemist and Freddie, and then I made sure I got to the singles too. Although I know some of us are not too much big fans of singles. They still catapult a project in a way. So it's still important to listen to those. So we can cover those first. Anne Marie, she back outside. I don't know if you know about that.
I didn't know about
that. She dropped a single called Hennessy and You. It's a playoff of Me, You, and Hennessy, but not really. It's not.
I've heard good things.
It's not exactly like that, but yeah, it's really good. I really love that shit. That shit was really good. Can't wait to hear more from her. Can't wait to hear the next project from her. Chris Brown dropped a song with Bryson Tiller called "It Depends."
I did hear that. That was good.
Yeah.
I figured he would drop it after the video on Instagram when he dropped the little snippet. I figured he would drop it anyway. So
yeah, that was cool. I think they're on tour right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, they are. They'll be
yeah,
here, I think, next month or something like that.
yeah,
At Wrigley Field, of all places.
yeah. And that shit is like it's still tickets left, but they like
Is it? I
all the
thought it
way.
was sold out.
Nah, bro, it's the nosebleeds. It's all the nosebleeds. So like it's like
Oh,
everything it's some seats on the floor, but those like condo house
mm-hmm.
note house. I mean
House
mortgage type
mortgage
numbers.
note.
Yeah, like type.
Um, I think it's really interesting that he picked Wrigley Field over like Soldier Field or like I ain't gonna say Sox Park. I ain't gonna say that because I get it, but I find it interesting that he picked Wrigley Field over Soldier Field. But I get it because a lot of R there ain't really been no R&B artists that play Wrigley Field, so I get it. The mere fact that he's able to do what he's doing, I mean, a lot of them shows on that tour are sold out. So the mere
Mhm.
fact that he's able to have this strong of a following 20 years and a whole abuse controversy later, you know what I mean? Like that's some admirable shit. So shout out to Chris, man. He
Yeah,
really brought himself back up by the bootstraps. So I fuck with that. I've always fucked with that, even if I don't fuck with them long ass albums he put out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying I don't fuck with the albums. I'm just saying like why they gotta be so long. You feel me? Like,
right. Yeah,
but I always fuck with Chris. So I'm happy to see that he's still out here thriving and selling out baseball fucking stadiums and shit. That's what's up.
sure. Offset put out professional.
I didn't even know
Uh,
that.
yeah, yeah. You put out a song. I don't know if the video is out too. It might be out too. I'm not
I
hundred
hope he
percent
ain't
sure.
talking about his wife in there.
I don't think he is. No, he's not.
Okay, good, cause
Uh, but, but yeah, it's a solid song.
they still married. If y'all didn't know, so
Yeah. Bia put out a song called "One Thing." That was solid.
oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, I did.
You heard
I
that one?
heard that on the I heard that on the humbug. Yeah,
On the humbug.
somebody else was playing it.
uh, I'm like, what?
Yeah, somebody
Okay.
else was playing that. I didn't hear it by choice, but it wasn't a bad song.
Right. Yeah, no, it's not bad. So Drake put out another episode of Iceman
You
live
calling it an
stream.
episode?
Well, it premiered on his YouTube, so and it
Yeah,
was called
yeah.
episode 2, and I mean, like
Nah,
he just it's like
it's an interesting marketing strategy.
yeah, it's definitely an interesting marketing strategy. It's independent. It's still independent to me. That's an independent route move. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
think about it, dog. Like honestly, bro, he's actually showing you where he is. That's all he's doing is showing like different pictures, giving you an idea where he is and showing up where he is and having the music play in the background and possibly performing to it.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, it was just a girl dancing, doing ballet. And
Mm-hmm.
so I like the concept. Like honestly,
I
this
like the song.
oh yeah, the song was cool. I didn't particularly like it because of the fact that uh I don't like every song that he does that type of move on, but I'm not mad at the fact that like he's chose Central Cee to be on it because that's a great strategy move. Like as far as like um yeah, like
Time will,
off of the little claim he's made, so
mm-hmm. Time will
so
tell because I don't know. I don't know. I guess this album is gonna drop soon. I think if we don't get it in August, it'll be a September thing. I think. Um, I think. Um, and time will tell
right.
because the internet is a buzz right now about if Drake can go #1 again in a post not like us Euphoria Meet the Grams world. can he still go number one as
Yeah.
far as like albums go? So I think he can, but time will tell what happens
Yeah.
with that. I don't doubt that the album will go number one. I don't doubt that at all. But I don't know what the album's gonna be like. The singles sound good. Hopefully I just really want him to stay away from the fucking Caribbean shit. Like we don't need that. Like we done had enough of that. Like we don't need none of that. We don't need, your Lil Yachty inspired music. We don't need that. Like nigga, I keep saying it on this podcast, and I say it till I'm blue in the face. You wanna win the respect back of some niggas. You need to rap, bro. You don't just need to get on there and make songs like "What Did I Miss" or this shit. You need to rap. You need to fucking rap. Shout out to Gina Views. Get your ass in the booth and rap.
I just well, he was rapping on What Did
He
I Miss,
was,
but like it
but
wasn't
not like
to the
like we know he's capable of doing.
right. Yeah. 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 I mean, I agree with that. I don't want that Caribbean shit right now. That's one
And
of
nah,
the
nigga, your whole hip hop credibility is in balance, nigga. You do not need to be making no Caribbean shit right now.
nah, definitely not. Uh, yeah. Um, I just wish that like uh niggas would take heed into like what he's doing as far as the marketing thing, and I just hope like I see some more creative touches as far as that goes. You feel me? Like just be more creative. That's I mean, I'm sure people don't like the fact that it's like it seems plain, but it's not plain. Like, if you
Mm-hmm.
think about it in a way. So yeah, yeah. But all in all, yeah, he's doing his thing right now as far as the marketing going into marketing and everything. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, and that beat, man. Kind of sad he didn't rap on that yet. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, how you gonna tease
yeah,
us like that?
yeah. I'm with you. Yeah.
That's not something you play around with. You don't just tease us with that banger of a beat and then you
I hope
not
he I
rap
hope
on
he
it.
do something with it because and I hope it's rapping. I hope it ain't no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want to hear that bullshit. You need to rap, bro.
For real. Yeah, that's something that's one of those beats that you can't play around with. It sounds like one of those. So I can confidently say I think he will be rapping. Like I think he will be rapping on that. Um moving on from that though. Let's get into Tyler. So Tyler dropped this album. We talked about what it could be briefly earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I told you that track list wasn't real.
see, that's like I said, bro. Tyler is a troll, and
I
it's
know,
so
but
that was one of those
I
where
know, but I'm just saying because Tyler himself saw this track list, got on Twitter, and went out of his way to say this shit is fake. Like when he says that, like nah, it's not real. Like if he says that, it's not real. I don't care how much of a troll he is. If you get on there and see that, and it's not real, he definitely will say something, which he did. So, and
yeah,
when I saw the track list on Monday, I'm like, see, I knew what the fuck I was talking about. I knew that track list wasn't fucking real. That was too good to be true, bro. Like all them features on there, like nah, he ain't doing that.
yeah,
No sir.
yeah. Uh, uh. So I don't know where I want to go with this as far as talking about. I think I want to say that I'm glad that Tyler continues to reinvent himself when it comes to putting out records. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Like putting out songs and putting out uh, albums that not only is different from
The last shit.
the last one, but it's still him.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, with "Don't Tap the Glass" is just like It's just like it's still a hip hop album to me. It's not. It's definitely not typical what you hear as far as a hip hop album goes. So, and I'm glad that Tyler continues to push bounds and shit. And yeah, people do not like to dance though. Like if you think about it, like if you like, unless it's like on some, oh, we at a concert that we dancing to the music, whatever the artist is coming out
Mm-hmm.
type of dancing, but people don't like to really dance in public as far as like just at an event really like, and probably they'll probably end up getting filmed. Like you never know who got rhythm for real. Like
Right.
it's just like I'm not that much of a dancer, even though I did do dance a little bit, but I'm also not afraid of being a man. That's one of those things where
Oh, I
like,
understand what you're talking about.
bro, like it's just dancing. It's not that big of a deal, dog.
So some
And if you
people it is though.
become, yeah, yeah, it is. Like, and that's crazy though. But that's a crazy thing to think because there's nothing wrong with going viral because virality is so permanent, but not forever.
Right.
It's like, um, if that makes sense to some people. If it don't, then I don't know what to tell you because it's so momentarily. It's not forever. Like it's just yes, it lives out forever, and then they be like, "Oh, you that," and then every now and then that happens. But how often does that happen?
Right.
So, but let's get into the project, bro. I really enjoyed this one. Uh, I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as Chromacopia. I'm not comparing it in that
Yeah, it's too early.
aspect. Yeah, it's too early, and also it has some. I was just like, wow. A lot of the times, I was like, wow. And the way it started off with Big Poe, Sugar on My Tongue, uh, Mama them. I was like, where's the beat at first? But I didn't. I I didn't complain or anything. I was just like, where's the beat at? That's
Right.
all I was thinking. Um, Stop playing with me. Like ring, ring, ring. I didn't. I was like, oh, I wasn't. At first, I wasn't like. At first, I wasn't. I didn't gravitate towards ring, ring, ring real quick. I had to
Mm-hmm.
like start it completely over and catch it and understand what he was doing with that. So, and I'm glad he did what he did with that. But oh no, this is an 8.5 for me. This is really good. This is one of those ones that's gonna be on my list of the top 10. I don't think it's gonna make top 5 because of the simple fact of like it's a hip hop album, but it's a dance hip hop album, and it's not a whole lot of lyrics in it. It is some
Mm-hmm.
lyrics in it, and I'm
And
glad that
this is definitely him having some fun.
yeah, for sure.
You can tell that. Um, I ain't gonna say okay. I thought this album was good, but I was also disappointed by it. And I was disappointed by it because I didn't really have any high expectations for it, but I was hoping personally, I was hoping there was gonna be some rap shit. Like rap shit. But then when he put out the little statement he put out um right before the album dropped, I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about then. This ain't a rap album. Like you gonna be rapping on here, but this ain't a rap album. This is a get your ass up and dance album. Okay. All right, I got you. So once I was a little disappointed by that fact, so I went into the project disappointed already that it wasn't gonna be what I thought it was gonna be. That being said, I still think it was a pretty good album. Like I said, like you said, I'm not about to compare it to Chromacopia because I've been trying to get away from comparing albums and just letting them sit and letting them be what they are before I start making comparisons. I think it's not fair to make like at this stage in my life now, I don't think it's fair to make a comparison to a previous album to maybe about a year on. And this one, you might not hear me compare it till next summer because Chromacopia literally came out in October and this dropped in July. So that's not even a year. That's like 7, 8, 9 months. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I ain't gonna compare it for a while. But I thought it was really good. I give it about a. No, that's too low. I give it an 8 because I was about to give it a 7.5, and I thought of it like, no, I give it an 8. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
go do that.
It's a lot of consistency as far as like what he's trying to do with this project. So I really could not. I knew for sure this wasn't gonna be no damn 7. And I love how creative Tyler is. Like, bro, he can give you bars at any time. This was not that, and I'm
Yeah,
cool
Tyler,
with that.
Tyler. I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people might disagree, but other than I have a very, very soft spot for Bastard. Everybody who knows my music taste knows this. Um, but I don't think Tyler has ever dropped a 7 ever. Even Goblin, and I know a lot of people say Goblin is his worst album because of just his artistic growth from then to now. But like, I don't think he's ever dropped a bad album ever. I don't think so. Even and some people also might say Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb is not a bad album. Cherry Bomb is I think it was misguided because there are a lot of great songs and great moments on there, and there's also a lot of shit that's just like, okay, now if you would have just did this, if you'd have just tweaked these vocals or whatever, it'd have been straight. But you know, whatever you did, what you felt like you had to do at that particular moment. That was my problem with Cherry Bomb was that a lot of this shit you couldn't hear because of the way the vocals were like, produced. Like what? Like is this purposeful? Or are you trying to piss people off? Like
As,
I
me
take what I
personally,
said
when
back. I think Cherry Bomb was the only 7. I think so. I take back what I said.
I was just gonna say something like, because
I take
Cherry
it back.
Bomb is definitely not high, even on my replay value list.
Yeah, no.
When it comes to Tyler, like I go a lot. I go.
There's a lot of songs on there. There's a lot of songs on there I fuck with, and there's a lot of songs I don't. So it's like, that's one vinyl. When the 10th anniversary vinyl dropped, I was not chomping at the bit to get because just like I get it when I get it. You know what I mean? It took me
Yeah,
10 years to even get the CD. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but yeah, Cherry Bomb is definitely low on my list when it comes to Tyler, as far as going back to an album of Tyler.
mm-hmm.
Because I can go back to Flower Boy all day. I can go back to I even go back to Goblin all day. I was listening to the Goblin yesterday.
That
So
shit still that shit still blows my mind, dude. Like, yeah, he was talking about all that weird ass shit, but just the lyrical ability that was being flexed on there. Not just that, but the production was so different from anything that was coming out at that time. We talked about this not too long ago, how a lot of the music between '09 and 2011 all sounds dated. Like, not saying that it's bad. It's just like it all sounds like, oh, this definitely came out '09. Like you hear, oh, this definitely came out 2010. You could put on Goblin and be like, damn, this could be put out now, low key. Like just the production alone. And Tyler hates that album so much, and I hate that for him, man. Like I really hate that. Like I get it, I do, but nah. You've definitely dropped better shit since then, but nah, Goblin is special.
we did you want to talk about that interesting fact that I sent to the chat earlier in the week when uh Tyler first dropped and they was talking about how Tyler put out more albums than ASAP Rocky.
No, I don't want to talk about that. And the reason I don't want to talk about no, look, the reason I don't want to talk about that is because Kuda Buggin is not here.
Okay.
So I don't want to talk about that right now.
All right.
But that fact is it's a fact, and it's very interesting. You know, like I don't know why the person who made that comparison. I think it's just because of the relationship that Rocky and Tyler have. But um, I mean we talk about it on here all the time, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Like Rocky is not like it seems like he wants to be focused on putting this album out. It seems like that. But it's too many, he got his hands in too many things, you know. So I don't know. I think he's got like way too much on his plate to be trying to put an album out. That's just me.
know
And
what it
that's all
is
I'm
when it
saying,
comes to
man.
me. They said I can honestly say the fact that if he wanted to pursue music, he would have pursued it. That's a
Mm-hmm.
short answer. That's the short version I got for him. Like I can honestly say if he really wanted to pursue music, he would pursue music. But see, the decisions you make really holds weight. It holds some weight, dog. Like if you don't care about your fans to the simple fact that you won't even take time into, putting a 10 track or 12 track project, doesn't even have to be that long, dog. We didn't get so many projects from people who like do this and don't do this. So
Mm-hmm.
dang, I think you move on from that. uh Freddie Gibbs, the Alchemist. Alfredo too. Uh I really enjoyed this one. I really did. I did. Alfredo too was really, really good. Not sure why he was dissing everybody. That didn't
Because
really
that's what he
need to be
does.
there. But I get it. Yeah, that is what he does. I no, the most confusing one was the currency one.
We didn't talked about this
I
already.
think that was the most.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
what?
we didn't talked about this already. I've spoke on this. But to refresh your memory,
I do.
um,
Yeah, you definitely got to refresh mine.
okay, yeah. So to refresh your memory, maybe about a year, maybe 2 years ago, Freddie Gibbs got on Twitter and somebody asked him if him and Spitter would ever drop a Fetty 2. And he said no, because Spitter never really promoted the first one. And I guess Freddie felt the way about that. So he was like, I'm not finna work with that nigga again. And it's interesting that he said that because just maybe a year or two prior, they was on Bo Jackson with Bodie James on whatever Fake Flowers, that song. You know what I'm saying? So the mere fact that he was coming out the woodwork basically saying like I never work with Spitter again because he didn't promote Fetty, like it came out of no like the like I heard what he said. I saw what he said and I received it. But it's just like you really mad because a nigga didn't promote a project. This is a nigga that's notorious for putting out projects at such a rapid pace that he ain't got time to promote the shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Spitter literally put something. He will announce a project. He'll fake promote it. He'll be like, "Yeah, it's coming out on this day." He won't drop a single. He won't drop a video. He'll just put a project out and then move on. He is notorious for this. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, he has a project coming out on July 30th called Andretti 730. I guarantee you, after it come out, we ain't gonna hear shit else about it. So, the mere fact that Freddie felt the way about him not promoting Fetty, and I don't remember because you know all this already. I got on Fetty probably a year late. I did. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't know what the promotion was like around that. I don't know what Freddie was doing with that promotion. I don't know what Alchemist was doing with that promotion. I don't know what Spitter was doing with that promotion. But that's the whole reason why he got dissed. Now, if there's anything else in there that I don't know about, Freddie hasn't said. So I don't know. But that's what I know. And I
See,
said it to my cousin. I'm gonna say it to you. I think dissing Spitter is unwarranted just based off of if that is the only reason. That's unwarranted. Like he don't need to be dissed. Like if you gonna diss him, fine, but it's unwarranted because it's like look at the nigga's track record. This nigga has so many mix. This is the same man who almost 10 years ago put a project out every month. He literally announced a project, put it out, move on to the next one. Like the only time Currency ever like really truly hit the ground running with promoting some shit is when he puts out a quote unquote album. So like Pilot Talk 3, he promoted the shit out of that. He promoted what's that album he dropped in 2015? Canal Street Confidential. He promoted the shit out of that. What's that the last album he put out? I think it was Collection Agency. He didn't really promote that like that. Like it's really like a toss up with him. Shit, he even promoted the shit out of 2009 with Wiz. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he just picks and chooses. You can't get mad because the project he did with you and Al is one of the projects he chose not to promote like that. You know what I mean? Projects this nigga got. On average, Currency is dropping a project every month. On average. Just almost. Or at least every couple months. So, but it's just unfortunate, you know.
yeah. just to piggyback off that for 1 second, then we'll get to Alfredo too. Uh, yeah, the way currency works is just like what you said. It's literally like that for him. And he's fortunate enough to where his fans is cool with it. If they wasn't so cool with it, they would have said something.
Right.
I'm sure, like they would have said something, like for real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's why I was like, I get now that you say that, I get that. But Freddie didn't need to be dissing currency. Like that shit was like that's a phone call away type shit, for real.
Well,
It just don't make any sense.
I know.
Yeah, his shit tweaked again. It's just not good. I gotta make sure I edit this shit out of this stuff. Make sure this edit is on point.
Oh boy.
This shit, yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it really. Okay, I think it's good. I can see you. No. Yeah, I can't hear you. Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me? No, I guess not. He's not responding. Hold on. Yo. Yo.
Yep.
All right, there, bro.
I don't know what you did. This is
I
showing
didn't do
up too
shit.
now.
This damn app, man. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting here.
All right. So yeah. Alfredo too. Like I keep seeing lists of shit about this. If this is Robin, it's now Alfredo. Shut up. You people on Twitter, no? Like shut up.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
I get it, but I think the thing is like the reason that I mean it's literally in the promotion, but if for the slow motherfuckers who don't know, the album is called Alfredo 2 because obviously it's Alchemist, Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2. Cool. The only reason why it's ramen on the cover as opposed to actual Alfredo is because Alfredo is Italian pasta, and the last album had taken a lot of inspiration and its sound from like Italian mob movies and like mafioso shit. This one is more so geared towards, Japanese mob, Yakuza, type shit. So that's why it's ramen on the cover instead of Alfredo noodles. Like,
Yeah. I think that need to
what
be
you want on the
explained,
title? What you want on the title is some like Japanese shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know
right?
Japanese. So,
Yeah, but
like ramen, we gonna call the album ramen now. It ain't gonna make no sense.
exactly. No, but I think what they expecting is Alfredo 2 to be in the parentheses, but it to be called ramen. Ramen.
I don't know.
I don't know what they expecting, but I'm expecting it just because it's ramen on the cover.
hmm And
So
honestly,
yeah,
if you feel some type of way about the ramen on the cover, they've made several alternate covers for your convenience, but you have to buy the physicals for that. There's
I
literally
didn't even know that.
there's like there's 3 or 4 different covers. There's the original cover with the ramen on it. There's a cover with like a pasta something, I don't know what the fuck that shit is called, but it's like money inside of it. And then when you roll it out comes Alfredo noodles. So there's that. There's a cover that looks like it's like a art piece of some type. It looks like a storefront because the whole theme is a restaurant called Alfredo's. So um, it's like a restaurant themed painting type situation, and then the other one looks like a fucking movie poster. It's literally Freddie on one side, Alchemist on the other, and under here it says Alfredo 2. Like, there's a bunch of covers. Like, if you feel some type of way about the ramen, go get you a physical copy with something that's related to Alfredo, so y'all can shut the fuck up. Like, y'all nitpick about the dumbest shit. Like, okay, okay. There's no Alfredo noodles on the cover. All right, damn, shit. Fuck the cover. How's the album?
Nah, for real. That's what it. I'm just like, yo, shut the hell up. Like, why does
It,
it matter?
it don't. Motherfuckers just like to nitpick and complain about shit.
Oh my god, that shit was so funny to me. Every time I saw that shit, anybody talking about it is not to. At first, like before it came out, that's literally all I saw. Down. That's a
Mm,
rhyming.
that's
Fuck.
right.
Shut up.
You know what?
No,
Yeah.
but this album was really good. I was so happy.
Did you?
Alchemist
Did you?
outdid it.
That's when like, did
What?
you expect mediocrity?
No. I was just like, I was happy at the lyrics and I was happy at the production. I was happy about both. I'm
And
also always like happy about the lyrics, but I was more even the it was just melded so much, like so it was like perfect, um like a perfect pizza. You feel me? Like, cause I love pizza. But yeah, it was the perfect sauce. It was a perfect cheese, perfect toppings, all that shit. It was everything, literally everything, perfection. As far as um Freddie, with everything he was saying, all the way down to Alchemist on the production and everything. Yeah, I loved it all. I really ain't got no skips for real.
nope, and a
So,
single fucking one. I agree.
but yeah, 14 songs, 47 minutes. I mean, dog. One of them albums of the year. It's got that quality. Uh, but yeah, all in all, it's about a 9.5, almost a 10 to me. Uh, I
What
didn't
stops it from being a 10 for you?
I didn't like the lead single 1995. That's the only
Oh,
one I did not like.
wow,
So, but
that's
other
interesting.
than that, yeah, but other than that, I loved everything else.
I think
Uh,
I think 1995 literally set the tone for the whole album, which is why they put it out first, and that's why it's the first song. Like I know what they was trying to do. They was trying to start it off like they started off the original Alfredo with the 1985, 1995. Like that's cool. But I think it really set the tone. Plus, I appreciated the beat switch, which I said on the last episode. Um, but the rest of the album that we got was literal. I think it's literally what audio perfection sounds like because I don't expect nothing bad when I get an Alchemist produced anything. I don't expect nothing bad. I don't even expect nothing mediocre. I may not necessarily care for it as much as something else on the project, but I know I'm gonna get. When I say that, I mean like there might be a beat on there that's good, but it's not as good as this one. You know what I mean? Um, but I didn't get a single inkling of that type of feeling over this entire thing. I think it it's a worthy successor to Alfredo, and I think it'll be another 10 from me because I didn't see a single thing wrong with it. I wasn't looking for it, but I couldn't find anything wrong. Um, that's the joy of having one producer on an entire project. It's little, especially if it's a great producer. There's little room for error. There's little room for inconsistency in like beats or whatever. Because that's kind of the thing that you risk when you make an album with a bunch of producers. You know, it's hard to do that and still make it sound cohesive. So I didn't find a single problem, and it's not because I'm a huge Freddie Gibbs fan. It's not because I'm a huge Alchemist fan. I feel like any casual hip hop, like this type of rap listener, would hear this album and be like, "Nah, this shit is top to bottom amazing. From the production to the rapping to the mixing, the mastering, everything is clear cut, perfect. Even down to the fucking marketing, like 10 out of 10. I can't wait for my vinyl to get here.
you got your vinyl. You purchased the vinyl too.
I bought it when the pre-order dropped. I ain't even heard the album yet. I'm like, I'm getting that anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah. And see, that's another thing I kind of wanted to talk about. Kind of wish Kuda was here. Kind of wanted to challenge him on something. I challenge remind me about this specific part that I'm about to talk about. As far as purchasing without streaming, let's say streaming was not here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say streaming was not here and we got back to the old fashioned go out and purchase and shit. You feel me? And we still had iTunes. But iTunes also gave the openness of the fact that we can still pirate music, we still illegally download music. But see, I'm getting off track with that. But let me get back on track and saying that what happened to us just buying it because we wanted to hear our favorite artist rap? Like, if I know we still probably basically still practice that. Like, because my contribution is no longer buying CDs, but buying my favorite artist merch and also buying my favorite art, like going out and going seeing them. Like, if I really love an artist, I'm going to go and seeing them. Like, I'm going out and going to see them. So I challenge people like those who love these artists or those who listen to these artists. Would you go out and go buy that shit, like, for real? Like, honestly, like, be honest with
You asking
yourself.
me
Are
that?
you? No. I'm asking everybody that, not just you.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm more so like saying, like, is you really finna go out and go get this person music if you had no other choice but to go out and go buy? Are you really gonna purchase a ticket and go and see them and everything? You feel me? Like, for instance, like, we brought up a Jim Jones debate, and bro, I'm not going to buy no damn Jim Jones CD. And I for sure think if I were to challenge Kuda Buggin today, bro, he would not go out and buy that 31 song album if it didn't have no relatability as far as like the right type of marketing, because his only marketing was talking about Nas. He never talked about his album until the tour. It was no viral clip about his damn project.
Right.
We didn't even know he had a project coming out. That's what I was really speaking to. I was really speaking to that. Ain't nobody. I know I don't like Jim Jones, and the reason why I don't like Jim Jones is simply because
I ain't gonna say you don't like him. You just don't like his antics. That's what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna be more specific. I don't like the fact that his music capabilities been put on the decline, making his music his music capabilities has been put on a decline because his musical output still the same, but the way he constructs the song and everything, it's not the same as it once was. That's what I'm talking about. And it's a noticeable decline from like Ballin' to El Capo to now. Like, it don't sound nothing the same. And that's cool that it not being the same. The only issue is he don't know how to put a successful like body of work together. That's why he got so much he got 31 songs, deluxe. Original album probably had like 20 something. I don't know. But either way, bro, most good projects or great projects does not have that many songs on it. If you think about it, good or great. So that I'm talking like 10 songs, 13 songs, 15 songs, 16 songs. Those albums are good to great. Anything over 16 is damn near trash.
Damn.
If you think about it.
So
if you think about it, it's fuller.
Before you continue, let me ask you a question. Do you think a long album is incapable of being good?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
that's all.
Majority.
That's all.
Majority of the projects that has 21 plus or in that 21 range song, it's a lot of filler you would have to at least take
Nah,
off
yeah,
5 to 6.
you right, because I've said that about the recent Drake albums.
Right. So like a lot of them is not to the to the where the to where the album is cohesive. It's not cohesive. It's a misstep. So it's a couple missteps in the project to where it's like, damn, you got off track to what the fuck you was talking about in them other 7 songs before this one, or these other 8 songs before this one. You might as well
Right.
just stop at 8 or you stopped at 9. You feel me? So that's basically what it is with me. Like once you start putting out bodies of work where, oh, you're not living up to your capabilities as an artist, like, yeah, I can't really rock with you no more. Like last Game album, I'm done. I'm done on Game. Like that last one, I'm done, bro. Like,
Game.
yeah, Game. I'm done. I'm done with Game. I'm done with
Damn.
I'm,
So when
I'm
the Doc 3 drop, you not gonna listen?
no, no. I feel like all this time that he's taking, he can take all the time in the world to put this shit together and come out with it. Damn near like it would have to be a real live Game fan to let me know this is it. This is it. Like, yeah, this is it
Hello,
for me.
hello. How you doing?
Not you.
My
It's
name's
not just you, bro. I'm talking about like, yes, I trust your music opinion, but it would have to be like somebody I don't normally hear from that talk about Game this highly.
Mhm.
So
I'm only
that
saying that
what
because I can vividly remember a couple years ago when his last album dropped. I also said, as a Game fan, that album wasn't all the way it. I said that.
right.
So, and I also said that Born to Rap, which is almost just as long, was a great album, which it
Yeah,
is.
that's
Um,
way. But honestly, we didn't need that. If
no,
in
no,
all
we
honesty,
didn't. But no, we
like
didn't.
we could
But
have stopped
I'm
at
glad we got it.
1990. We could have stopped at 1992.
I'm glad we got it
Like,
though, because
yeah, it's
it's a lot of
cool.
great.
It was cool for what we got, but did we really need it? No.
I mean, do
His
we ever really like that? When you say stuff like that, it begs the question: is do we really need anything? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
okay,
true.
I'm talking about from a vet, like, cause like look at Nas, like when King's Disease dropped. When King's Disease dropped, Nas was so many projects in, it was just like we don't need no shit like that. Oh, okay, cool. Nas linking up with Hit Boy, we don't need that, but it was fire, and not only was it fire, but it won a Grammy.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Grammys,
That's somewhat. But
depending
here's the
on who you
difference.
are, Grammys are, either they're important or they're not. So whatever. But that's like it literally begs the question as if like from our vets, fuck who's like young in the industry, from our vets, niggas who've been in the game 15, 20 years plus. Do we really need anything from them? It's like I just saw a clip. I don't know if you saw this, but I just saw a clip of Boss talking about Cole and his opinion on him dropping out the beef. You know what I mean? And after dropping 7 Minute Drill and shit, and then he said something about the fall off, saying he doesn't know. He don't want to talk about it because he don't know when it's coming out. He don't really know like if it's coming out. He doesn't know. So that begs the question, like from a nigga like Cole, yes, we want the fall off because we love J. Cole, but do we really need it at this point? What else is left to prove? Does
Right.
Kendrick Lamar need to drop another album
Right.
after he done dropped GNX? Like, does he have to? No. Literally, everybody who's in the game, who's been in the game 15, 20 years, they've literally proved whatever they needed to prove.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it begs the question, like, do you really need to do it? Nah, you don't need to
Yeah.
do it. Look at Jay-Z. Niggas been clamoring for another Jay-Z album for years. He don't need to drop shit.
No,
No, we
you
don't
don't.
need it. Do we want it? Sure. Hell yeah, I'll take one more album from Hov. I will. Do we need it? Hell
Yeah.
no. No, we don't need it.
Yeah.
We got enough.
It's a little bit. See, here's the difficult thing too, because 9 times out of 10, um, most of most of these rappers that you name it has heart and passion for the game. So
So
I'm
does
not
Game.
saying not saying that the game doesn't, but it's also we also know about his antics and his issues as far as like everything that get pushed out to the public. So it also like has something to do with the fact that, like, man, you do so much name dropping. Man, you seem like you every time you drop a project, you get into some type of beef. That comic that in night that project 1992, that project was different because it felt like everybody was beating up on Meek at the time.
Wait, which
I
time?
did.
I'm sorry, I'm reading.
He was 1992, the 1992 project, the
Yes,
game
yeah, yeah.
dropped. Around this time, everybody was beating up on Meek, so it was like, ain't no sympathy for Meek at that time. So it kind of made sense to make us think to what, yeah, beat up on Meek some more, call him a rep some more, all that shit. That's what we was thinking at the time. I'm not saying that um it doesn't warrant for the next project, Born to Rap, and the other next project. But at that point, in that time frame, you drop 1992, and you could be done. Like, you could really be done, and everybody would be satisfied. After that, you could have retired after that. Like, you could have gotten into my other business ventures and everything, and we would have been cool. And on the Nas spectrum, Nas, I feel like he has still something to prove because he wanted that Grammy still. Of course, he still has love for the game and everything. But see, we don't hear about Nas as far as antics go.
No, of course not.
Literally, every single time we hear about Nas, it's always he picks the worst beats. It's always a narrative about he picks the worst beats or something like that. So him getting with one producer like Hit Boy, we automatically can think Hit Boy is a hit maker. That's something
And he's
people would
very
love.
he's arguably the most versatile producer working today.
Right.
Arguably.
So that's something else that the need I get the need for wanting to put together a project with Hit Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I felt like since we got that King Disease, who wouldn't want to work with Hit Boy again and put out Magic, King Disease 1, King Disease 2, Magic 2, Magic 3, stuff like that. So, and then he giving us another project with DJ Premier. And the older fans, those who grew up with Nas for real, that was here from Illmatic all the way up till to now, wants that been clamoring for that forever. So that makes more sense. Jim Jones, we don't want nothing from you. We're good. We're good. Now, me personally, if like another elder statesman like Jadakiss, I wouldn't be mad at another project from him. Am I rushing towards it? No. I'll say that. If he's the only one dropping, if like let's say Nas and Jadakiss is dropping on the same Friday, I'm rushing to Nas. I'm not rushing to Jadakiss. So that's a little different. If like let's say if it's Drake, Kendrick, and Nas dropping all at the same time, I'm rushing to Nas, Kendrick, then Drake.
Wow.
So it's just going like that for me. So pick and choose who it is, who you listen to, and all that. But when I talk about a need for an album, I'm knowing what I'm gonna get from Nas. I know what I'm gonna get from the game, so I really don't want to entertain my ears with that. Like I don't even want that near me at the time, most of the time, unless it's like the Doctor's Advocate or the first documentary, or even like I even like the Red album a lot. I like the documentary. I like the Red album too. That's a highly underrated project. The Red album, I feel like is one of his most underrated projects.
I agree.
So when I'm talking about these artists, like anytime I push back on those that I just don't want to hear nothing else from, it's just like, bro, like your last thing disappointed me. I really don't want to hear nothing else from you, dog. Like you honestly still just like It's like you clinging on to something that's not there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not there.
No, I understand that. And the way, specifically speaking on the game, right? If I look at his career, I look at the documentary. The documentary is considered a classic. I look at Doctor's Advocate, which is also a very good album, considering the fact of everything that was going on at that time with him falling out with 50 and leaving G Unit and people thinking he couldn't carry himself on his own. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Doctor's Advocate is a very good album. LAX is like this. Some of it is good, some of it is You know what I'm saying? And like most projects from 2008, unfortunately, it's very dated. Like when you listen to it, it sounds very 2008-ish. So when you go to the Red album, like you said, the Red album is criminally underrated. It is. Um, Jesus Piece is a classic to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like documentary was perfect. Doctor's Advocate was good. LAX was mediocre. Red album
Can
was
I hear your argument on Jesus Piece? Why
sure.
it's a
Just let
classic?
me get through this part.
Okay.
So Red album is underrated. Jesus Piece is like almost damn near flawless. What was after Jesus Piece? Documentary 2,
Yeah,
I think. Documentary 2, right?
I think so.
Documentary
Yeah.
2 is damn near a masterpiece. Documentary 2.5, same thing. If you put the whole shit together, if you put both halves together, it's a 10 out of 10. As they're on when they stand on their own, documentary 2 is like probably a 9. Documentary 2.5 is like a 9.5. If you put them together, that's a 10. 90 to 92, another great album. Born to Rap, good album. Illuminati, unnecessarily long. I'll say that because if he trimmed off a lot of them songs, it would have been a great album. So the game is consistently doing great work. However, it's like like we talked about when the album dropped. Like Illuminati suffers from way too many songs. There's a whole lot of filler that does not need to be there, and that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the game's rapping ability. That don't have nothing to do with the BC pick. It's just like nigga. There's a reason why I get it, because I've said before, like, I wish we could hear some of the songs in these rappers' vaults. But there's a reason why some songs stay in the vault, because they don't need to come out. Like, if you listen to this, you like, yeah, we're going to put this out. No, you don't need to put that out. Not that. It's a decent song, but we don't need to put that out. Leave that for us. Like, leave that in there. You don't need to, nah, the public don't need to hear that. I get it. You know, and I've gotten it as I've gotten older. So I hear exactly what you're saying, and I'm cool with all of that. There's no rebuttal from me. It's just when I look at games specifically, it's like when I look at the documentary is a classic. When I look at the two halves of the documentary too, it's damn near a flawless project, both of them. So with the documentary 3, of course you're gonna have high expectations because of the name that's attached to it. I don't expect him to drop the ball. I don't. If he does, I will be disappointed. But I personally don't expect him to drop the ball just because I thought this same thing when the documentary 2 was getting made, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm like, okay, like, all right, let me just see what he's doing before I judge, just based on past work. I get you, I do, but it's just like with me, it's just like, nah, let me not judge what he's gonna do now just based on the past. There's a lot of people who you can tell they finna go in that trajectory, and it's gonna be like, okay, yeah, I need to stop fucking with you. Like, we don't need shit from you. But some guys, it's just like, especially with Game, because it's just like he's too damn talented for that. You know what I mean? Even now, excuse me. Now, as
Yeah.
far as Jesus Piece is concerned, what do you want to know?
As far as like, how do you see it as a classic from your perspective?
Oh, nigga, I thought I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was a classic when it dropped. I couldn't run around saying that,
Right.
but you know, I felt that way because, like, it's one of the most cohesive albums I've ever heard. Like, so many different producers, so many different features from so many different people with so many different styles, and yet they all mesh together to create this one thing that's just like, sonically, it was amazing. The theme of like being a walking contradiction of being like a nigga who has committed crime, a nigga who has gangbanged, a nigga who has done terrible things. and still believing in God or having some type of faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a lot of us, because a lot of us, not saying that we're bad people, but a lot of us, we go around here, we do a lot of things that the Bible says we're not supposed to do before we married or whatever. Like, we do a lot of things that we're not supposed to do, right? But yet we still walk in faith. Like, whether it's a strong faith, whether you go to church every Sunday or whether you just get on your knees and pray every morning. You might not go to church. You might wear a Jesus piece around your neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that album symbolizes to me, and it was a perfect representation of that contradiction that all of us walk with every single day. Like, how you can go 1 minute from talking about a situation like a prey, where you talking about a situation where it's a young lady that you dealt with that was dealing with a lot of emotional issues and a lot of like abuse, and you seeing that, and and to a song about a strip club on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much going on there, but it all meshes together perfectly. And literally every guest feature, from Kendrick to Cole to even dude as Kanye to Common to Trey Songz to Chip the Ripper to Wayne to Tank, like all of these different features on this album literally contribute. Meek Mill, like all of these features literally help tell this like the story. It's not really a story, but like it helps push the theme of the album. Thematically, it's definitely one of the game's best, for sure, because he stuck to the theme. Like, it's religion all over the thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel the way that I feel about Jesus Piece. I will even go as far to say it's a top 3 game album for me personally.
I wouldn't say it's a classic when they first dropped at that time. But I feel you on the classic thing. Like, I'm not opposed to it not be. It's not definitely not a classic, to me at least. Like, I definitely love that album in different ways. Like Ali Boombaye, like I love that shit. Like that shit is amazing.
Nah,
That's
see, I
something
ain't even
like
think.
I
See,
played
I
that
ain't even
the
think about that. I forgot about Two Chainz and
right.
Ross. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
like that song I played to death. Like I played because
I
of
play that shit now. In fact, like,
um I just like what they was doing on that. Like all of them, like all of their verses, everybody verse on there, they smoked that shit. Especially
mm,
2 Chainz. So Scared Now, like the way it started off, like I loved all this shit. I love this album. Like I don't know if it's top 3 game album yet in my book. I don't know. I will have to revisit. So maybe we should, discuss that when everybody else is on here,
mm-hmm.
maybe next week. But yeah, that's was definitely a good one. Definitely a good ass album. Uh, but yeah, I just I always wondered how high was that on anybody's list anyway.
Oh no, I know a lot of people. A lot of people will place it, not probably not as high as me. They might say top 5, and it might be number 4, maybe. But for me, it's top 3, and I place it at 3 because um a lot of people will probably question this, but my I think Game's best project is both the documentary tools, just because of how expansive and how long both parts were, and yet there's literally maybe one, maybe the only thing that the documentary 2 is stops it from being a 10 or a 9.5 like 2.5 is, that 2.5 for me has no skips. Documentary 2 got at least 2. I listen to them, but they got at least 2. You know what I mean? So, um, but as a whole project, because the shit was meant as a double album, he just released them separately. Like, as a whole thing, like, just the expansiveness of it and how he was able to keep it cohesive and keep it focused, and like even more so than documentary 1. Like, that's why it's top for me. Like, that's number 1. Then the first documentary. Then Jesus Piece. Like, that's just for me. You know what I'm saying?
keeping it on LA, but off the game for a minute. So I watched. I know it was a short little interview with AZ Chike and Effective Immediately and everything.
Mm-hmm.
With DJ Head and Gina Views, they interviewed AZ Chike around the time I think GNX had just came out.
Oh, oh, okay.
I
I've seen that interview. That's
I
an older
think
interview.
that I think it was. I think it was.
Yeah, that's an older.
But
Yeah.
they was talking about how he first got on Peekaboo.
Mm-hmm.
How his verse was. It sounded like he said Chuck E. Cheese when he first.
Nah,
The,
I've seen the
yeah,
interview.
like the
Yeah,
So I was just like, I always.
he said Chuck E. Cheese, not Chuck E. Cheese, but
Yeah. So that shit was funny as hell because everybody thought it was Chuck E. Cheese because of the way
said it.
he was talking about it and the way he said it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I also looked at the Joey Badass interview
I haven't seen
when
it.
he oh damn. Well, I'm gonna spoil it a little bit, but not completely. He said something they mentioned the AZ Chalk line. He was calling the ass cheek. He called him
Mm-hmm.
ass cheek and shit. And how he like hold on, I heard him say something about me and shit. And like, yeah, that's like, let me hit him real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just hit him real quick. That's all it was. Like, because his name is spelled so different. And that's just like a nice little play on words and
Yeah,
shit.
that was
So
funny. I admitted that. As far as Chike goes, I know he ended up on Peekaboo strictly because of his relationship with Q.
yeah,
Um,
that
Q
was
had him
cool.
on Blue Lips, and then Kendrick heard that and got reached out to Q and told Q he want to work with him, and Q told Chike and set that up. So I know all of that. I also know that when he was recording it, this is the interesting part about how albums are made because GNX dropped in November. Chike said they recorded Peekaboo at the end of October.
Mm,
So,
yeah,
um,
that's pretty damn fast. If you
so
think about it, that's pretty damn fast. If you think
mm,
about it, because of like I know people don't know what all, some people don't know what all entails in creating a project or creating a song. Some people do. It's like because of like some artists are okay with the fact that um artists like do studio performances and do like studio documentaries where they like take a little piece of the record to see how they made it and everything. Like
mm,
recently I saw it was released not too long ago. I started to share it to the group. I guess I will after this podcast. After this episode and shit, after we get off here. They showed the recording process, not the full recording process, but like showed how Bodies was made with Offset and Jid. They
right,
showed like the ad libs, the each of their ad libs and how the beat was made and everything. And I thought that was pretty damn cool. But an album that takes a whole nother different type of skill to like put together. Yes, it was a short project, but at the same time, it still was a great body of work as
right,
far as GNX goes. But yeah, he put that together pretty damn fast. If you think about it, like from March, I guess we knew about the project, but we didn't really know about the project around March. It
yeah,
was mentioned, it was hinted at, and then it was
yeah,
done and out by October. So I mean November. So yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, that was pretty damn cool.
So I know all of that. What else? What else did I know? What else do I know about Chike? I know he's working on his album right now. I think I don't know this for sure, but I think it's in the mixing stages. Um, So it might be out before the end of the year. I'm anticipating that because I just because of the year he had in 2024 and all of the connections he's made since Peekaboo, I expect some great things on this album. I expect him to stay true to who he is, but I expect some high profile features here. So I
Yeah.
expect great things from him. As far as Joey Badass is concerned, I didn't see this interview, so I can't really speak too much on that. I did think the ass cheek line was funny. I'm wondering what's next for Joey because after the proverbial belt to ass he put on the West Coast, because niggas was playing with his name, like I wonder what's next for him musically.
Oh, he put out a project.
Oh,
You
okay.
ain't know that? Yeah, he
Nah,
put out a project in. I think this August coming up. I think it drops then. Um. Oh, he explained this. Oh, I'm so happy he explained this. We're gonna wait till next week though. He explained the difference between the mixtape and album thing. I'm
oh,
gonna
okay.
have to take that clip. I'm definitely gonna have to take that clip, and then we're definitely gonna have to talk about that because,
Okay.
like, people, like, I feel like a lot of that shit get puts on me, like, because I
What you
said
mean?
how, bro, the fact that I brought up the fact that Cole shit sounds like a mixtape, but
What
it is
shit?
an album. I recognize
You talking about off
the
season?
off season. I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
off season, and the fact it was other instances too recently this year. Fucking Playboy Cardi, that shit sounded like some mixtape shit. With
Mhm.
Swap Izzo, he's a mixtape DJ. He's in the mixtape. He's
I
in the
mean,
damn album
honestly,
credits and shit.
I'm hearing you.
But
I
you
agree.
don't see. But you didn't
No, I
see
see
how
it
you still.
because we talked about this when Tyler dropped "Call Me If You Get Lost," and I told you we was talking about how it sounds like a mixtape just strictly because DJ Drama is all over it. But it's
Right.
like, it
It
doesn't
is an
sound like a
album
mix.
though.
It doesn't sound like a mixtape in terms of what the production and what's on it. Like DJ
Right.
Drama is the only thing that makes it sound like a mixtape. Like
Right.
so, I'm not saying that to say you wrong. Like you absolutely right, especially about Playboy Cardi. Like, um, but I think for me, like I said, you want to talk about this more next week. But I think for me, a mixtape, it's really just about quality, and it also depends on who you talk to because it's just like when music with music is subjective. Quality of a record, is debatable amongst who you talk to. So somebody like you might hear something and be like, "Oh, this sounds like a mixtape."
Yeah.
Versus somebody like a Martin or a Cuda might hear the same thing and be like, "Oh no, this sounds like an album," And then there's that, you know what I'm saying? So it really just depends on who you talk to, you know. Because I agree with you on Cole shit. Like the off season does sound like a mixtape, and it only sounds like a mixtape because of how there was no. I'm not saying that every album needs a concept because the concept of the off season was strictly rapping. And like I guess if you want to call it a concept, I guess the concept was around like basketball references or whatever, but um the real concept was just rapping. You know what I'm saying? Cole just got on there and rap. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no theme, it wasn't no overarching message he wanted to convey. It was just bars, like straight bars. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple moments on there where he had some softer, more vulnerable moments, but for the most part it was just straight bars. As opposed to like a Forest Hills Drive or a For Your Eyes Only that has Forest Hills Drive has kind of like a looser concept of going back home versus For Your Eyes Only that has the concept about him losing a friend and this friend's story. So um I get that.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Give my little spotlights for the week. So this morning I checked out uh, well, one of them is not really. It's like a 2 pack. Uh, it's Ania J. That is spelled INE. apostrophe A and then J. Nia J. She put out a 2-pack, 2 songs. Learn to Love and Ego and Destruction. Fire shit. Fire. I'm gonna have to see her live. Another it's on the bucket list. Definitely on the bucket list to go see her live. And then Jake the Jeweler, he put out somebody who's been on this show before. He put out a project called For the Ride.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, it's For the Ride. He actually mentioned For the Ride in a few songs. So and that what makes it so much greater. I love when people take advantage of the title and put it in their records and shit. So I was like waiting on this one. Just like I'm a big. I don't know if anybody knows, but everybody should know by now. I'm a project guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I hate singles. I'm not saying that I hate singles because I love singles too. But see, I'm a project guy. I do love series. I love movies too. But series, the difference between series and movies is the simple fact of you can binge watch a series, but at the same time, like you have to wait to each episode drop. Like that's the unfortunate thing about a series. Unless you're on Netflix, where Netflix drop them all at once, and then you can binge watch. But yeah, man, Jake the Jeweler, For the Ride. I like this project a lot, man. I like what he did with this. The intro was good. I like what he did with that. Mad Hurt. That's a single he dropped like a month ago. Ain't AFWU. So y'all should know what that means. That's the one I really rock with the most. Like I like that a lot. DKWTD. That one was really, really good. I really rock with that. You got you a mini Juice WRLD on your hands with that one. I like what he did with that. In My Eyes was dope. 12 a.m. in Traffic Till Next Time, which is like a prelude to another project he got on the way. Hopefully it's coming out this year. I can't wait to hear that. Whatever I guess for the next project he got is the members. Or with the members or something like that. I don't know what it's gonna be titled. But yeah, all in all, Jake the Jeweler, For the Ride, that was dope, bro. I'm glad you finally put out a full-length project. 11 songs, 30 minutes. You feel me? So yeah, bro. Like I keep with the projects, bro. If you put out a project, I'm running to your shit. Like for real. I'm gonna make sure I run to the projects. And as far as it's one more artist, honestly, I did not get to this week. I'll make sure I get to before the next episode, and I make sure I shout you out on the next episode because you've been on the show before. Ouija Wisers, he put out his project, and I'll make sure I get to him next week. I can't say anything on it because I haven't heard it. So yeah. That's our show. I ain't got nothing else unless you got something.
Nope.
Okay, cool. But yeah. So yeah. Like I do at every end of the episode. Appreciate your haters. Because they love you just as much as the people who love you do. We are out.